Hiya, welcome to my channel. A lot of people have been asking me what in the hoop items are and how do you basically make them. Now my in the hoop projects are normally little ones, like little hanging hearts and little pouches and things like that. So I think the easiest way to show you what an in the hoop project is to just go through making a little hanging heart. So something similar to this. Now my friend is just celebrating her excuse me, 10th wedding anniversary, so I thought it'd be really nice if I made something little for them, just to hang over a bottle of Prosecco, just to give that as a gift. And I thought, you know, that extra little touch and is something then that they can keep forever. So I'm just going to quickly go through what you need. You're going to need to have your fabric that you want your embroidered heart to be on. So this one is made of felt. Felt is okay, you know, it's fine, but I wanted something a little bit more rustic, shall we say. So I picked up this, it's like a Hessian look linen type thing. I picked it up from one of my local stores, and this is ideal. So I've got 2 pieces of that, which is going to be my front and my back of my heart. And I've got some ribbon, nice pretty little heart ribbon. And I've got my thread. So I've threaded up my embroidery machine, and I have also loaded my design onto my embroidery machine. You can buy these designs, you can make them. Yeah, it's up to you whether or not you want to make your own or whether or not you want to purchase them. There are lots of people out there who do hanging heart designs. I'm just going to turn you quickly so you can see. So I've loaded it onto the machine, and my stabilizer is all in my hoop ready. And yeah, I'm going to load that up now and show you what's next. So I've loaded my fabric onto my hoop using the floating method, which is just pinning it onto the stabilizer. I'm now going to just stitch the design onto the fabric, and when that's done I will show you what you need to do next. So I'm just going to film this little bit as well, because I know a lot of people do like watching the embroidery. Go in and clip my spare, so it doesn't get tangled up in anything else. So it's coming round to doing the first row of stitches around the heart. I'm going to pause it when it does this little bit here, and I'll show you. I'm going to keep going, and before it does the last row of stitches around the heart, I'm going to attach my hoop. Just trim it all, because this is where I'm going to attach the backing and the ribbon, so that when I stitch the outer row of stitches, it'll hold the front and back pieces together. So I'm just going to do that now. Normally I use a bit of masking tape to secure my ribbon, but I don't have any at the minute to hand. So you can see that my main design is actually stitched out. Hang on a sec, let me just trim that. So my main design is stitched out. It's looking really nice. It's going to look lovely over a bottle of Prosecco, just hanging there. And that's the back. So this is where now I need to sandwich my ribbon in between. So like I said, I normally use a bit of masking tape, and I'll just stick it down, because the needle going through masking tape is fine because it's a thin paper, so it won't do any damage. But I haven't got any, so I'm going to wing it at the minute now and hope that I can do it using a pin, you'll see. So I want that to be at the front because the hearts will be upside down otherwise. So I'm just going to loop my little ribbon like this, and I'm going to just place it. I don't know if you can see that, I'll come a bit closer now. So I'm just going to place it over here. And then I'm going to put my backing fabric over my ribbon. So I've got my ribbon, which I would normally use masking tape just to chuck a bit there, just to keep it tacked down. Just cover my hoop to make sure that the backing is all covered. I'm just going to pop it down here a minute just so I can do that. And then I'm going to pin that. So I'm going to hope that that does that. So I'm going to hold that a second. And I'm going to just put in a couple of pins on this side just to make sure it doesn't move. So I'll put one there. I'll put one here. And I'll put one here. I'm trying to be a bit careful because I know my ribbon isn't actually secured with any tape. Don't do what I do what I say. Tape it down. I'm just going to do that. I'm going to put it back into my machine, make sure that my ribbon is not folding over, make sure that the backing is not folding over and it's all straight. And then I'm going to go down and stitch the outside, so that will hold it all together. And then once that's done, I'll show you how to finish it off. So this is the stitch that is stitching the front and back together so that your back is covered, so you won't be able to see any font or embroidery stitches from the outside. There we are, so that is now finished stitching. I'm just going to lift up my presser foot now and attach it to my machine. So there's the back. You can see now that there's no writing there, it's all covered, it's all neat. There's the front. It's all done, so I'm going to switch off my machine and move it out of the way so I can then show you what is next. So we're going to just remove it from the hoop, remove all my little pins, stick them up there actually in case Dave the dog decides to come in here and eat them, because he's eating everything at the minute. And from the other side, it's up to you. You don't have to use as many pins as I have, but I just want to make sure that it doesn't move. So I'm going to go around and just trim my stitches, the ones that I can see that are loose, and the ends. And there you go. That's it. The design all stitched out. Trimming my stitches. I should really have an embroidery scissors because they get into the little parts, but I need to get a new one. So there we are. I'm bound to find other little ones that I need to snip along the way as well. You can always do them after you've finished it. Just going to get that one as well. And now you can remove it from your hoop. You can either unscrew it and do all of that, or you can just pick it up. So this is where I'm going to tear away my stabilizer because it's tear away. So I'm just going to rip that right out. Rip it right out of there. There we go. Make sure I get that little bit as well. There we are. So you can see that your ribbon is nice and secure. And now what I need to do is just cut around here to create my finished heart. So I like to use pumpkin shears just because they give off a nicer finish. This one I've just cut straight. I've just cut it with the normal scissors, but I do like the pumpkin shears. So I'm going to do it roughly because I don't know how sharp these are. It's better to have a really sharp hair, but I haven't used these in a while, so I don't know. So I'm going to just roughly go around and see. Yeah, they're not great, I gotta be honest, because I haven't used them in so long and I need another pair. So I'm just gonna cut around, making sure I match up the little bits, and make sure you don't cut your ribbon, because otherwise you won't have any ribbon there to hang it with. So that's what I do there. I'm just gonna go around that way. I'm just going to go around this way as well. I might look really awkward doing this, but I've got bad hands. So I do apologise if you're sitting there thinking, why is she cutting that so awkward? But it is because I do struggle a lot with my hands. But it doesn't stop me sewing. Doesn't stop me sewing. And there we go. Now I'm going to try and move the ribbon as far over as I can, just so I can get in the little corner. And then what I do is I cut the front and the back separately then, just to make sure I don't touch the ribbon. And then I can neaten that up, you know, later. Just want to get it in and make sure I don't cut the ribbon. Make sure that matches up. There we go. All my stabilizer's still showing. And then I'm going to move the ribbon to the front, just so I can get in there. Oh, I'll snip that off. And then cut the back. So again, try and get in there as close as you can. Try and match up your little pretty edges and just snip. And there you go. There is your finished hanging heart, complete with ribbon in the hoop with no stitches on the back apart from the joining stitches. How pretty is that? There we go. So I've got my bottle of Prosecco ready. There we are. And what I do then is I literally just pop this over the top. Chuck that in a bag. And I just think that is just such a nice little extra touch. You know, 10th anniversary, wedding anniversary. So they get a nice little bottle of Prosecco and they get to keep this to hang wherever it is that they want. So I hope that this helps you. And I hope that it helps you in your research to get in an embroidery machine, because like I said, it's not just embroidering stuff. You know, you can make things in the hoop, and that is basically what in the hoop means. You're making a project purely in the hoop, and I can't wait to give this to them now. Thanks for watching.